Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just going to update you a little bit on my budget. I have some new categories, some new changes. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. I have two main changes that I want to do today. One of them is in my A5 binder. I also decided to do it now before I do like my monthly closeout and whatever. So it's just like makes more sense also before the cash condensing. I don't know, it's just like in my mind it made sense. So one thing I'm doing in celebrations, I am adding a little tab. This is going to be the tab special. So here is like this entire category was for like holidays, birthdays, whatever celebrations, but now I have specific things in mind this year that I need to save for, and I don't want to take the money from the other categories if I know that I have specific amounts to save by a specific date for these things. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna introduce this category, and then with the next cash stuffing we can start stuffing there. So today I have two things to add. So first, one of my friends is getting married this year, and we have two celebrations. So one is the wedding and the other is the bachelorette. So the bachelorette party is being organized by the maid of honor. So we're gonna need to pay our part for whatever activities that may be, and I'm going to here leave a goal of 75 euros. The bachelorette party is late June, but I would prefer to have this, let's say, by the 15th of May. So we're gonna do that, and once I'm done with that, I'll just color in this gift. The other thing is the actual wedding gift. Here the goal is 100 euros. The wedding is in early July, so I'll just write the 1st of July, so I'm ready. I also technically need a dress for this, but probably I will take that from clothing and not from here. So also I have my parents' wedding anniversary in the late December, so I would say by 15th of November I want to have this. And here it's very hard to say how much I would plan to have saved, but I would say 150 euros definitely. So then I have two other open goals left, so if in case anything comes up during the year I'll add those, but yes, that doesn't change other categories. Here it'll just stay the same. Holidays is allocated, birthdays is allocated per person, others is like covering any other expenses or birthdays, funerals, whatever might happen. Miscellaneous is also like decorations, balloons, cakes, cards, whatever that may be. Also like colleague birthdays, I don't know, things that I don't consider as close friends or family that are covered in this. And then we have special. I could have like printed and laminated all of these so they kind of sit nicely, but I was like, I'm not doing that, so I'll just introduce that as an end category, and it doesn't look that bad. Like it still fits in this envelope. So that was the first change that I wanted to show you today. The next change I'm very excited to introduce is my travel. So I did used to have like a tabs in my travel envelope that was flights, hotels, eating and stuff like that, but I realized that for me it's not worthwhile, what is it, like efficient to have one specific sum in travel if I know that I have several trips coming up and I would like to save for those specific trips specific amounts depending on where I'm going, how long I'm staying here, with what I'm going. So what I decided to do is introduce tabs into travel. They're undated, unnamed, and I decided that just to add the names and the titles once I know, so they do fit, that's perfect. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up the definite places I know that I'm going to and when those trips are happening, and we're going to allocate the money that we have in these, and we'll see, maybe we already can cover some of them fully. So what we're doing first, I put them in order of the month that I'm going. I'm not really revealing where I'm going yet because it's just not going to be fun. So I'll just write down the name of the month when I'm going. So April is the first trip. We're currently at the end of March, so that's coming in about a couple of weeks. So here the total goal is 700. I should probably have made these different, but I'll write down here what consists in these 700 euros. So we have hotel expenses, hotel or stay expenses. We have transport. So this might be, I already have paid for flights for this trip, so I'm not saving for that. Transport is public transport, taxis, whatever I might need. Food and random spending. So food is groceries, dining out, drinks, whatnot. And here the trip is for 4 days, I believe. Yes. So for hotel, that's going to be 150 euros to save. Transport, I'm doing 100. Food, 300. And random, 150. So as usual, I always budget up. So in case anything happens, I'd rather have a bit more money saved than less. So this should equal 700 euros if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 700. Perfect. The next trip I'm saving for is in July. So I'm not sure if anything comes up between these dates. I might move these categories around, but this is kind of the rough layout of the year. So July category, this trip is for 3 days. I also have already booked the flights, so I'm not saving for those. And this is 450 euros as a goal. So here, the hotel is 65, the goal. Then we have transport as 75. Then food is 180 and random is 130. So of course, if I need more in food, I'm gonna take it from random. This is kind of the rough outline of the categories. So hotel, also the amounts for hotel, because I have booked these hotels already, so I just know approximately how much I'll need to pay. And that's 65 plus 75 plus 180 plus 130, so 450. Perfect. The next one is gonna be in August that I know of. So August is just going to be 2 days. Here the goal is 275. I'm not flying here, I'm taking a car. So here I'll need to cover for gas and transport. So first is hotel. I have also booked this, so that's 75 euros. Transport slash gas is 100. Might need more, not sure, but that's what the other categories is for. Food is 70 and random is 30. So in total, 75 plus 100 plus 70 plus 30 is indeed 275. Perfect. So these are kind of the 3 definite ones. The next one, I'm not really sure. This is very up in the air, but I'm thinking either October or November. So also not sure how long for, but I would say approximately 7 days. This is also still in the stocking stages for what might happen. 4,000 is what I've have set as a amount. So here flights, it's not in Europe, this trip. That's why the flights might be quite expensive. So I'm presuming 2,500, but I'm not really sure. We have a hotel, let's say 1,000. These are very rough outlines. I might change these once this comes closer, but that's kind of what my approximations are. Food 500, then random is another 500, and then others. So it's like visas, medicine, insurances, anything that might not cover these categories is another 500. So this should be in total 500. Is it, no wait, 250 plus 1000 plus, oh okay, so the goal was actually 5,000 of 4,000. I definitely don't wish to spend all of the 5,000, but you know, better to have that money than don't. So that's that. And now let's put it all back and let's see how much we actually have already saved in travel and if we can already allocate for these. So for the one in April, we need 700 euros, and we definitely do have that. I might need some change though, so let me really quickly grab my envelope. So I'll split this 1,000 bill. Let's see, how can I split it? 500, that's 700, 800, 900, 950, 70, 90, and so let's see if this is 1,000, if I calculate correctly. 500, 700, 800, 900, 950, 970, 990, 1,000. Yes, perfect. So now let's split this and we'll see what we can do with these. Okay, so ones, fives, okay, so let's see, we need 700 to fully fund the April trip. So that's what I'm doing, is 500 plus 200, that's 700. Perfect. We can write that down as today's date, plus 700, 700 fully funded. That's perfect. Next up is the trip in July. We are adding 450. And we definitely do have that here. So I might need to split this even more. So 500, and these I need to split. Let's see. 100, 200. So this is going to be the 500. So 200, 300, 400, 500. And then 1,000, we're splitting 500, 700, 900, 1,000. Perfect. Might have not needed that much to split, but oh well. That's already done. Okay, so 450. We're adding 200, 450. Okay, so that's 450 that we're adding in July. So that's also fully funded. That's so good to know, that you're ready for these trips. You know, that's what I'm saying, is one full sum didn't make sense to me in the travel category, because I didn't understand how much for which I have saved. And this is also keeping me like a little bit stricter within the budget guidelines, so I don't go crazy on my trips and spend left and right. So our April, July is fully funded. August we need 275, so 250, 75. You know what, I might actually add another 25, so it makes it at 300 plus 25 here. I just want to be sure that I have enough for the gas, so that's 300 here. August is fully funded as well, plus 300. And also this will make it easier for me to understand how much I spend in which trips, and also budget forward. Whenever I go on a trip, I'll know. So here the dilemma comes. So I'll probably, as I said, there might be trips coming up between these, so I'll also want to have some sort of leeway. So I would say extra is something that I will leave for any trips that might come up. So here I would 500 maybe extra. So let's see if we have 500 to add. Yes, we do. Perfect. So this is any amount that I might need in case a trip comes up and I need to buy tickets and for flights or hotels, so I don't take out money for already an allocated category. So I would say 500. Is that enough, or do I want more? I would say 750. Let's do 750 to fully fund, and this will be buffer for us. So we know that if in case like between April, July, August comes a trip, I can take it from here and I don't need to dip into the one that I've been saving for October, November. So all of the rest is going to go into October, November, and let's see how much that is. 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60. So that's 360 plus 10, 20 plus 5, 10, 15, 20 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 406 euros that's gonna go into here. So today we're adding 406. So now we know that that's allocated for this trip. And that's definitely way prettier and way more analytically acceptable for my brain, that I know the breakdown for which category. And also, for example, if I know suddenly that I will need more money in this category, I can take it from extra once again without needing to dip into this one. I'm just thinking now, I'm not sure if I'll have enough with the 5 tabs. I might create extra ones or just move this potentially into the A5 binder, because that's bigger and it allows for extra room. But I'll see what I get on with in the next month, because also this, once April is done, I can erase this because that's when they're laminated, so reusable, and then I can move up the July one, etc. So that's easy to adapt. So yes, let's just put it back into our binder. I think this is way more, not prettier, it's just like understandable, and the overview is clearer on which trip is gonna cost me and what I need to expect from that trip. So yes, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this, I don't know how short, but informative video about my budget update. The next video coming out is a cash condensing video, which is always a crowd favorite, so make sure to stay tuned for that one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, morning, evening, wherever you are, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!